Hi EV artists, this is Mrs. Smith coming to you from my house. So today's lesson is going to be a crayon rubbing, and you might have seen the 3rd and 4th graders did a crayon rubbing. We're going to do one with our name, and this one can be really simplistic or really detailed. It's up to you. So I'm going to show you a couple different examples. You're going to need some crayons, a pencil, eraser, and if you want to color with something else on top of the crayons, you can do that too. So let's go ahead and get started. Thanks. Okay, so I'm getting started with a rectangle piece of paper. If you will go ahead and fold it in half long ways. Make sure that's a really good crease. And when you open it up, we're gonna work on one side of the paper and then we're gonna rub it onto the other side. So you wanna draw really lightly to start so that you can erase. So you might not be able to see my lines. I'm gonna do my name. I'm gonna do Mrs. Smith. I'm gonna do it really lightly. If you want, you could do this in cursive, or you can do it in block letters, however you want. I'm gonna do this in block letters. So I wrote my name really lightly in capital letters, and then I'm gonna take my pencil and I'm gonna go around each letter to make it into a block letter. This is a little trick to make your block letters or bubble letters. You just go around, okay? Now if you touch that center line, it's going to create a connection when you rub your, when you do your rubbing part, okay? Now you can have your letters touch or you can keep them separate. It's up to you. So I'm just going around each letter here with my pencil. And this is the part you're not going to erase, so you can do this a little darker if you want. Some of my letters are touching, some of them are not. Either way is fine. You could do your first name, your last name, a nickname, whatever you want. So now that I have that written out, I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to erase the inside line, my sketching line that I started with. Okay, it does not have to be perfect. You can use whatever kind of eraser you have laying around. This pencil is not from my classroom, so it actually has an eraser on it. So I'm just erasing the inside line, not the block letter part. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna fix this one letter because my top is there. I want it to line up with my bottom. There we go. Okay. So I have done my name. Wipe away all my eraser boogies. So there is my name all done. Now that I've done that part in pencil, now I want to take a crayon, and you want to do a dark crayon. I'm going to do purple. You could do black if you want. You could do whatever color you want that's dark. And I'm going to start, and I'm just going to go over my pencil lines and make sure that I am pressing pretty hard to get the color. And this is going to help for when I rub into the next step, okay? So I am just going over all my lines, making sure everything is covered. I could even switch colors if I wanted and do part of my name, or I could create a pattern, however you want. Now you can see that I switched this to, my paper is upside down right now. That's just so you can see my paper better. It is not for anything special, so don't feel like you have to work upside down. That would make it a lot harder. Okay. So I've gone over almost all my lines. I have a few spots that I kind of messed up a little bit. That's okay. I'm just gonna keep on going. Okay, so I've gone over my whole name. Now I'm going to fold my paper, and you can use your hand, or you can use, I like to use the side of a pair of scissors, and I'm going to rub my paper. I'm rubbing the back of my paper and transferring the crayon over. Okay. Now, if you want, you can take a peek and see how it's transferring and see where you need to rub some more. Take a peek, see how it's doing. Could even turn it over and transfer some more. Now, it's not a perfect transfer, but you can see the basis of my lines. So now I'm going to take the same color crayon, or you could do a different color if you wanted to make like a reflection. It's up to you. And I'm going to trace over my rubbing lines. And if there's a part you really can't see, you can close your paper back up and try rubbing some more. Or you can kind of just guess where your line is going. So you see anywhere that I touched the middle line, both the letters are touching the middle line. So it's creating kind of like a reflection, like this was water. This one's a little harder to see. Now remember, if there's anything that you can't see very well, then close your paper back up and try again. And remember, we are not going for perfect here. We're just trying our best, working with what we have, trying to make the best of a situation. So there we go. So I have my name twice. Now what I can do is I can start to add things to my picture. Now I could make designs in my letters if I wanted to. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking about materials at first. You could use crayons, or you could use markers to go over it if you want and add those designs. You could add different things on the outside or the inside. It is totally up to you, however you want to color and design your name. This would be really cool to finish and put on maybe your bedroom door or your window or something. I have a few spots that I'm erasing where I did not trace my pencil very well. But this is all just your choice of how you want to do it. So here is my finished product, and I did my name and I did a different color for each letter. But if you'll notice, I did one side I did darker and then one side I did lighter. And then I added polka dots in the background just for something fun and different. But this is my finished product. So I did something neat with my name, and you can do it any way you want. I hope you guys enjoyed this little lesson, and join me next time. Thanks. Please make sure to share your artwork on Twitter with me after you finish your artwork. You can share it at EagleViewES and EV Organized Art. Thank you.